The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at wrestlingwithjohners.com.
I'm very fortunate to be joined by Vicious Vicki. Thank you for coming on. I know the time differences can be very complex sometimes, but thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's all right. You was one that I wanted to have on the podcast for quite a while now, and I'm just really glad that the time, date, and everything for you's worked out. And yeah, you're very hard to get hold of. I'll put it that way.
I'm terrible with Twitter messages. Terrible.
Yeah, you're very, very hard to get hold of. You been busy?
Yeah, staying booked, staying busy, between, wrestling and real life.
Yeah.
I'm always doing something. So
How would you say 2024 has been for Vicious Vicki?
so far, so good. We're halfway through, I've done some really cool things. I have some things in the works. Traveling a lot more than I used to. So really just trying to stay busy and just get noticed as many places as I can right now.
It's very true. I mean, you are the champion of, and you've got a defense against Lena Kross, who is from Australia, coming up, I think, in 2 days. In fact, 2 days' time, actually.
Yeah, no,
You're the
it's coming up real quick.
BCW Women's Champion.
Yep.
How would one prepare for that match?
So I know that she's a tough competitor, so I'm like really excited about this one. Just how I prepare for almost all my matches. I treat my championship matches a little bit more serious because I don't want to lose my titles, just work hard in the gym and mental toughness, man. That is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Obviously, for a big match like that, would you say you get nervous or anything?
I think we all get nervous before we wrestle. So if they say they don't, they're lying. It's just the nerves kick in. But I think I have a strong card against me. I have my manager Mark who will be with me, and I think the odds might be stacked against her. So
Yeah, like we said before like we said a minute ago, you mentioned she's an unbelievable performer, and it's a big challenge you've got ahead. But fingers crossed, touch wood.
Yep,
you win. Touch wood, you win.
Confident that I will retain. Yes.
Yeah. Who would you like to, if you do win? Who would you like to challenge next? For you to challenge next?
So I think that the women's roster of BCW is super, super talented. There's tons of girls on the roster that I feel like would make good opponents for me. Such as like Harleen Lopez and Christina Marie, who won the Queen of the North last year, who was supposed to qualify to face me. So I've kind of been looking forward to wrestling her. I think there's a plethora of women that could really suffice for that. So.
Yeah, I mean, let's pretty much just say this: no matter who you're in the ring with, it's going to be an entertaining match.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. If you could have a match with anyone from around the world, whether that's someone from Japan, Australia, the UK, Canada, America, Italy, because we know you're Italian.
Yeah.
Who would you like to step in the ring with if you could?
Charlotte Flair is always my number one because I think she's just amazing. Rhea Ripley. And there's one wrestler from Stardom, and I cannot remember her name. It'll come to me because it's a I think it's a Japanese name, but it'll come to me. But God, she's so good. And maybe Toni Storm.
Yeah, that'd be. In fact, any of them matches would be good.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned Rhea Ripley, who was on the run of her life with the Women's Championship.
Oh,
it's very unfortunate what happened.
Oh, amazing! I love her so much.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but in 2019, you had a tryout for WWE. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
How did that come about?
So I just kind of was, applying on the recruit site, and I was a new trainee, and you put in for like extra work and stuff. I just got the call one day. I got an email actually, saying that I was invited and to fill out everything to reserve my spot. I was super like new at the time, so it was a little nerve-wracking, but I like to believe that I did it as best as I could and with what I had and what I learned. And it was a great experience. I learned from the best literally in the world. To the likes of getting to lock up with William Regal. Like, that's the coolest thing in the world.
Wow.
I took so much from it. I still have notebooks of notes from it. And now I'm aware that I'm trying to get a second one, and I'm trying to get a second look. And I've done some stuff recently with them and extra work still. So I'm on the radar. I'm still in their view, which is where you want to be. Sometimes it just takes longer than some people. Some people can literally get trained and within a month later they're signed, and some people it takes years. So I'm starting to understand and believe that my story is going to be that, oh, it's been 10 years now I finally got signed.
Put it this way, like you mentioned, you've walked up with William Regal. I'm guessing Triple H and Shawn Michaels was there as well.
Triple H popped in, Shawn Michaels popped in. At the time, what we were doing, it was mainly Matt Bloom, Robbie Brookside, Norman Smiley, Steve Carino. Who else was there at the time? Sarah Amato, and then a couple of the NXT guys and girls would come up and help out.
Wow.
But it was mainly the coaches. Yeah.
Was there anyone else apart from yourself who was there who either got signed or is famous in the wrestling world?
Yes. Lash Legend was at my tryout.
Wow.
And Asia Smith, the referee, she was at my tryout. And I think those were the only two that got signed out of that crop. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty good at predicting things in this world, right? And I can pretty much say that you will get there and you will smash it. And like you mentioned, it's not what's that saying? It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a sprint. What's that saying?
Yes.
There's a saying, isn't there?
Yep.
Can't quite get my hand around it, but you'll get there and you'll smash it. Like I said, you're an unbelievable performer. You're a one to watch. 2024 going into 2025, you're having a number, like you mentioned before we went on, you're having a brilliant 2024. You've got a lot of things coming up.
Yeah.
And let's talk about another thing that you've got coming up. I've had this person on the podcast, so this is going to be an interesting one. He's another, I would say, rising star who's getting the chance to have big names go against her. You've got a match, I want to say July against, I'm going to try and pronounce this one because every time I pronounced it when I was on with her, I pronounced it wrong. Nahir Robles.
I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
match
No, I'm
you will
excited
have
for
a
that
really
one.
good one.
She's from Puerto Rico, I think.
Yeah, she's from Puerto Rico.
And yeah, to wrestle her and square up with her, someone from a different country is super cool. It's somebody new who came over here who's trying to learn our way or whatever have you, get some reps here. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, she's an unbelievable performer, and she's also very bubbly and nice to be around. I can't say that because I'm not being around her, but from the conversations that I've had with her, she's very good energy, good vibe.
That's good to know. July 6th as well, I will be facing Tasha Steele, so that'll be my name for the year.
Wow, big names.
Yeah.
You are versing.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you haven't announced yet that you said you've got the plans for that you'd like to say? Maybe.
Not particularly. Some things are just kind of kept under the radar right now, and I also don't want bad juju out there and like bad karma. But soon there'll be some things I'll be announcing. This past weekend I just spent the weekend in Indiana, which was a whole new state for me and a new experience. It was beautiful out there. I wrestled someone who's doing some stuff with OVW. Leela, she's an up and comer as well. So it's just really about getting out there, getting reps, and getting your name, noticed in different places and whatnot.
Yeah, you also came ranked 185 on the PWI 2023.
Yes.
Which I would say that's very impressive.
It is. That was my first time on the list. In the 6 years I've been doing this, so that was really cool. Some people are like, "Oh, it's just a list," but it was cool. It was exciting. This is a list that I've been reading since I was a kid, like of course it's awesome, to me, I was above people that I really couldn't comprehend, but I wasn't going to fight it or argue it. So,
Yeah.
to be noticed and to be on that list meant a lot. So,
What people don't realize about that list, it's narrowed down to 250, but really it's 500.
yeah,
So out of 500 women from around the world, you all rank 185.
yep. It's
So
crazy.
like I just said, people don't realize that. Mostly they do 250, but it's our 500. So that's quite.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's a huge honor, and I'm very lucky that I was awarded that. So,
So if you could pick a place on that list that you are aiming for 2024, where would you want to place yourself by
it
the
was
end of the year?
top 50, maybe top 50, top 100. We'll shoot low. We'll aim low.
Yeah. And then anything higher is a bonus.
Exactly. Correct.
Yeah. Like I mentioned before we started recording, obviously you posted a video on, I want to say, we know it as Twitter, but Elon Musk decided to rename it X for
Yeah.
some random reason. I don't know. But you posted a video and telling your story. And it's like a 9-minute video, and whoever hasn't seen it needs to go and see it because it's truly inspirational. It's amazing. It's Vicious Vicky's story, and yeah, you learn a lot, not just about the Vicious Vicky character, but about you as a person. And yeah, like I said to you before we went on, I watched it a few times, and it's just unremarkable. It brought a tear to my eye, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm all open, I like to I think that's what makes me connect with fans more is that they have something to relate to, not just with my character or my personality and like all that, but just in general, I'm a human too, so I think that helps people connect with me.
Yeah, like I said, you're an inspiration to many.
Thank you. I try.
So don't be silly. You try. You are. So one thing I like to do and ask people, I like to do a 60-minute question. Not I keep saying 60 minutes. 60 seconds.
I know
Like rapid question. I like to do an inspirational message, and I like to do a Mount Rushmore for people. And then I've got a few more questions, and then we'll wrap it up if that's all right with you.
Sure, sounds good.
So we'll start off with your Mount Rushmore. Who would you see your Mount Rushmore for professional wrestling is? Let's make it interesting. We'll do male and female.
Okay. How many is that? 5 or 4? I forget.
4. Well, see, you've got 8. You've got 4 men, 4 women.
Okay. For the men, I would say Cody Rhodes,
Okay.
Matt Hardy,
You love the Hardys.
Stone Cold,
Mm-hmm.
and The Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very. Why Matt Hardy?
Matt Hardy, I think if you're not a fan of the Hardys like that, I think he was underrated for a while. He's he's just one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Huge Hardy and Lita fan. But he's so creative, he's so smart, and what the Hardys were back then, they were cool, they looked cool, they did cool shit, and that was it. But think about Hardy and how he kind of like reinvented himself so many times, just how freaking creative he is. And like wrestling is creativity, and people forget that. So that's why he's up there. For the women, I would say Lita, Trish Stratus, China, and Charlotte.
Yeah. I like your list. I really do.
Yeah.
A lot of people who I ask that to, they put Eddie Guerrero up there.
Yeah, I could fight that spot for somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie's great too. It's hard, man, because especially their era of wrestling, which was my era, like Attitude, pre-Attitude, like they were just all so good. Like even the Attitude era, like Ruthless Aggression, like just that group of guys and girls were just so good and like so just you can't do it again. You can't duplicate it again, you know.
That's really true. I feel like with The Rock being back and he's starting to slowly become a little bit more edgier content in
Yeah.
WWE, which is quite good.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm a millennium baby, so I grew up with John Cena and everything.
Oh
But
yeah.
I can really do appreciate, old school wrestling as in the 90s. I don't think you can ever, I want to say 96 to, I'll say 2002. I would say that was the best
Yeah.
time for wrestling. Like
100%.
the WCW, the Monday Night Wars, the Invasion, Stone Cold and Angle, The Rock, Triple H, DX, just all them. NWO, you can't beat them.
It really was the best. No
I
question.
mean, yeah, I mean, some memories were amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say you want to accomplish in 2024 for the rest of it?
I'm hoping, by some godforsaken miracle, you know, I get an offer somewhere. It probably won't happen, but it's wishful thinking. I'm putting it into the universe.
Don't be negative.
And just to continue on the path I'm on right now, because I have good people in my corner. I have eyes on me. I'm in a good spot right now. Now it's just a matter of grinding some more and really pushing, for that spot. So,
Yeah. Have you, I mean, you may be able to tell me, you may not be able to tell me. Have you been in talks with any company?
not exactly. It's more so like backstage,
Yeah.
and that's where you start. So it's a slow burn.
That's right. Yeah. Slowly candle burning.
Yeah.
So I recently found out about you that you appeared on AEW Dark in 2022
Yes.
against Athena. How did that come about?
So same deal, kind of. I was invited to go backstage, and they invited me for Elevation. Um, so basically, had the match, put the graphic out. They were gonna air it. Waited with my family to watch it, and it didn't get aired. Now, you know, from what I gathered from that day, there was nothing wrong with the match. I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do. But there was some storyline with Athena and Mercedes at the time. And when Athena was kind of going rogue, she kind of went rogue during my match. And they were going to air that on Monday, but then Rampage was filmed and she kind of went rogue on Rampage. So they had to ixnay my match because she was telling a story, a promo and everything after my match. So they had to scratch it because she already did it on Rampage, so they wouldn't have been able to air it on Monday. That is was not told to me specifically, but just knowing people backstage and kind of gathering information, we kind of put it together that that's what happened. So,
Unfair, I think.
it sucked, but it's wrestling. I just let myself keep going.
If AEW called you again, would you go back?
Yeah, I would. I would. I'm open to anything. I'd love to work for TNA. I have a lot of friends there. TNA is really blooming right now. What they're doing with NXT too. Love to go to TNA. But I really want to be in WWE. I want to go to where I can get like really good training, and I want to go to the best in the world. That's where I want to go. So.
Yeah. In your short time with AEW, did you have an interaction with Tony Khan?
I did not. No, I don't even think I bumped into him.
Who did you speak to backstage, if you don't mind me asking?
About what?
Who did you just like have conversations with from the roster backstage?
Oh, I mean, some people that I know are there, like Anthony Bowens. I've known since I was like 12. We were friends growing up.
Oh,
So him, from the school that I came from, a lot of the guys and girls are from there, from Creative Pro New York. I graduated in Creative Pro New Jersey. So Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale. These are people that I know. AEW is a lot of who I knew already. It's cool.
wow.
It's actually very cool. That it's hopeful that people that I knew or was working with or trained with are there. My old he's a producer there as well. So yeah, I mean it's not off the table. I think it's just a matter of
when.
Yeah. So
Do you have plans to come overseas this year?
So I was in talks with a company in Australia a couple weeks ago. I don't know where that's at. I'm not going to release the name either, but so we'll see about that. I'd like to, so we'll see.
Have you ever been to the UK?
I have not.
Is this something you would consider?
Yeah, I do like to travel and I like to see different places. So yeah.
If you do come over, I will just pre-warn you and bring a cut.
Oh, okay.
Because you can expect 4 seasons in one day, maybe, depending what time of the year.
Really?
But today it's sunny, rained, hot. Yeah, everything today, to be honest.
Wow, ain't that something?
What's the weather like over there at the moment?
What's that?
What's the weather like over there at the moment?
It's just hot, like 70 degrees, 75 degrees, partly cloudy, no rain. Good.
What countries have you fought in apart from the States?
That's it, USA. That's it.
Wow.
I have not left the country yet.
So we gathered before the video that you were Italian.
Yes.
I'm going to say fully Italian then. Would you love to fight in Italy? Is that a dream of yours?
I would love to go to Italy. That's like my dream. Like I want to go to Italy so bad. That's like the top place I want to go. And so does my family. It's so freaking expensive, but we're trying to make it work because it's like I have to go to Italy before I die. I have a long time before I die, but just in case, you never know.
Yeah, women's champion in Italy. Would that be amazing?
Hell yeah, that'd be great. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, anything would be amazing. So we will do 60 seconds question.
Okay.
So I will do it in 3, 2, 1. WWE or AEW?
WWE.
Charlotte Flair or Rhea Ripley?
What's that?
Charlotte Flair or Rhea Ripley?
Oh, Rhea Ripley.
Matt or Jeff Hardy?
Matt.
Italian food or Indian food?
Italian.
Favorite Italian dish?
That's so hard because I love all of them. Chicken parm or penne vodka.
Okay. Favorite color?
Pink.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
I'm happy you said that. Favorite destination?
Florida or California.
Dream holiday destination?
Wait, what destination?
Dream holiday.
Oh, dream holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Somewhere in like the Caribbean or something.
Yeah. And that's it. That's 60 seconds.
Okay.
Favorite in the Caribbean? Whereabouts?
I've
been everywhere.
Bahamas
Where in the Caribbean?
But
Ooh.
I don't know, like some sort of island.
You would like St. Thomas.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's got a beautiful beach called Megan's Bay.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, there's I need to explore.
Yeah. Best way to do it is to be a professional wrestler or just something else, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we will leave this on an inspirational message from Vicious Vicki. What's your inspirational message?
My inspirational message would be to never give up on anything in life, whether it's a dream or whether it's a battle you're facing. This too shall pass, and the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Amen.
I love that. That's true. And do you know what? You couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yep.
Where can people find you?
I'm on Twitter, X, whatever. Instagram. I'm floating around on Facebook somewhere. At Vicious Vicky _ is where you can find me. I'm also on TikTok. Just look up Vicious Vicky. I don't use it too much anymore. I used to. I had an old one. They deleted it because I posted something offensive or whatever. So I kind of keep up with TikTok. But yeah, and YouTube too.
YouTube. What do you do on YouTube? Post your matches.
I just post matches and stuff.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, thank you, Vicky, for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
I will hopefully get you on later in the year or 2025. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Let's just hope you can reply quick.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I got to go back to work now, so.
Yeah, no worries. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.